Hello and welcome back to another weekly pickups video. So this week I have quite a lot of pickups, so I'm going to separate them into 3 videos. This video is the Final Fantasy edition. I overspent a little bit this week, but it's because I was away, so that's fine. So without further ado, let's have a look at the pickups. So, first we have Final Fantasy 1 on the Wonderswan colour. Now, I don't have a Wonderswan colour yet. I have been looking at the console, but apparently it was only released in Japan. So, yeah, the manual is all in Japanese, obviously, and then we've got the cartridge here as well. There we go. So that's all cool. Very interesting little collector's piece, that one. There was 3 Final Fantasy games that released on the Wonderswan colour. I do intend on getting them all eventually, and hopefully the special limited edition Final Fantasy Wonderswan as well. There was a special version that they released for Final Fantasy of like the console itself, which looks pretty neat. So I would quite like to grab that as well at some point. So that's Final Fantasy on the Wonderswan. Next up, I'm going to do these in kind of order. So we've got Final Fantasy 2 on the PSP. This one is complete in box. We have 2 manuals in here. I wondered why it was so... I did wonder why it was that heavy. Yeah, we've got 2 manuals, which is pretty cool. Yes. Okay. Cart registry. Is that French? Potentially? Anyway. Yeah, so I got a copy of Final Fantasy 2 on the PSP to go in the PSP collection. I apologise for if that's picking up the noise from outside. It's rather quite warm, so I've got the window open. But yeah, Final Fantasy 2 on the PSP to go with the PSP collection, which is now up to 5 games. There's obviously quite a few of those left to get. Next up, I got Final Fantasy 13 on the Nintendo DS. I was going to say PSP then for some reason. No manual for this one, unfortunately. But yeah, we've got the cartridge and whatnot. Yeah, so that's Final Fantasy 3. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Next up, we have Final Fantasy 4 on the Super Famicom. Obviously, this game only came out in Japan as well, so it's all in Japanese. Never released over in Europe either until the PS1 version, which is up there somewhere. Anthology, I think, is for potentially. Can't remember. But yeah, you got the pretty cool, fully illustrated instruction manual, and then the game itself. The box itself is also in pretty decent, that goes on top, is in pretty decent condition. There's some slight creasing on the manual, but other than that, very happy to have picked that one up. This was actually in a different area to the rest. Like, there was like a Final Fantasy cabinet, and Final Fantasy 3 and 4 were in like different areas. This was in the SNES area, that one was in there, and there's a sticker there. probably get that off. That was in the DS area. This was in the Super Nintendo area. So, yeah, that's Final Fantasy IV on the Super Famicom. I think I'll stand up. It's not in great condition, but it's pretty good. It's better than the Final Fantasy V, basically. And then the last one is Final Fantasy XII International Zodiac Job System Edition on the PS2. I wasn't originally going to get this because it was a little bit more expensive, but I thought, you know what? I haven't treated myself for graduating university yet, so I think this'll be it. Sign at the bottom, which is pretty cool. It's got slip cover, which is in great condition. And then a copy of the game, which is still sealed. Oh, no, it's not sealed. I thought it was sealed. It's kind of like half sealed. It's not sealed at the bottom. Interesting. I wonder if somebody's attempted to reseal that and not managed it. Interesting. It did also come with this, I assume it's like an art book. Final Fantasy XII Archives and Final Fantasy 20th Edition, 20th Anniversary DVD menu. It's got quite a few different artworks and stuff. It's kind of like half Japanese, half English, which is a bit weird, but it's pretty cool. Final Fantasy XII is a game that I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with. I got about 50 hours into playing the game, and I came home one night from work, and my brother had deleted the save file for me, which was very nice of him. And then I never played it since. I do want to play it, obviously, for the channel, but yeah, that is all the Final Fantasy games that I picked up over the last week to go in the collection. Which, as you can see in the background there, it's off the top of the screen there. The PS1 games are right at the top. I'm happy with how the Final Fantasy collection's going. There's quite a lot of different games there. There's a couple that are like repeats and stuff where they've come out on different consoles and stuff. It's my favourite franchise, so if I can pick up different versions of the game on different consoles and stuff, then I'm quite happy to do that. But yeah, that's the Final Fantasy pickups for this week. Yeah, I'll talk more about general stuff in one of the other videos rather than this one, because this one's already quite long. So yeah, if you're watching this on TikTok, don't forget to like and follow and comment, and if you're watching it on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.